the enduring metal genius of Metallica. On the road with the band in its 41st year. He merch preceded them. 48 hours before Metallica performed in Las Vegas, restaurants and bars along the Strip were crammed full of pilgrims dressed in branded gear, t-shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, sneakers, tank tops, hats, beanies, socks, wristwatches. The most grizzled devotees wore fraying denim vests decorated with several decades' worth of patches. Metallica's licensing team estimates that about 120 million Metallica t-shirts have been sold since 1995. The motifs are iconic. There's the one where a hand clutching a dagger emerges from a toilet, alongside the phrase "metal up your ass." There's the one where a skull is wearing scrubs and performing brain surgery with a fork, a knife, and its fangs. There's the one where the skull has a fistful of stumpy straws and is announcing, "This shortest straw has been pulled for you." You get the idea. Metallica is now in its 41st year. The band was a progenitor, along with Slayer, Anthrax, and Megadeth, of thrash, a subgenre of heavy metal marked by thick, suffocating riffs, played with astonishing speed. Lyrical themes include death, despair, power, grief, and wrath. Though metal is often dismissed as underground music, frantic, savage, niche, Metallica has sold some 125 million records to date, putting the band on par, commercially, with Bruce Springsteen and Jay-Z. It is the only musical group to have performed on all 7 continents in a single calendar year. In 2013, Metallica played a 10-song set in Antarctica for a group of research scientists and contest winners. Because of the fragile ice formations, the band's amplifiers were placed in isolation cabinets, and the concert was broadcast through headphones. Since 1990, every Metallica album has debuted at No. 1 on the Billboard 200. In 2009, Metallica was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. A speech was given by Flea, the bassist for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who described the band's music as this beautiful, violent thing that was unlike anything I'd ever heard before in my life, and called its motivation pure. "This is outsider music, and for it to do what it has done is truly mind-blowing," he said. Metallica is the only metal group to have had its music added to the National Recording Registry of the Library of Congress. Kim Kardashian has been photographed in a Metallica shirt on at least 2 occasions. Beavis sported one for the entire 9-season run of Beavis and Butthead. Though the band has made adjustments to its sound through the years, some minor, some seismic, all irritating to certain subsets of its fanbase, it's hard to think of another act that has outlasted the whims of the culture with such vigor. The band recently finished writing and recording its 11th record, which will be released next year. Metallica are the Marines of metal, Scott Ian, a founder of Anthrax, told me recently. First one in, last one out. Metallica's current lineup includes the singer and rhythm guitarist James Hetfield and the drummer Lars Ulrich, both of whom co-founded the band, the lead guitarist Kirk Hammett, who joined in 1983, and the bassist Robert Trujillo, a member since 2003. Hetfield, 59, tall, graying at the temples, moves with the confident saunter of a well-armed cowboy. Ulrich, 58, radiates so much kinetic energy that it's hard to imagine him yawning. Hammett, 59, and Trujillo, 58, are the band's gentle, long-haired surfers, jazz enthusiasts disinclined to dramatics. If Hetfield is Metallica's heart, its musical center and primary lyricist, Ulrich is its brain, a visionary who instinctively understands cultural terrain. That fall, Metallica headlined a European tour. On September 27th, the band was traveling overnight through Sweden when its bus skidded off the road. Cliff Burton, the bassist, was tossed through a window. Hetfield, Ulrich, and Hammett stood outside in their underwear, in the stark and frigid dawn, staring at Burton's legs while they waited for a crane to lift the bus off the rest of his body. Burton was 24. His death was sudden and gruesome. Anthrax had been opening for Metallica. "We sat in a room together and just drank and drank," Ian told me. "It was really hard for them in the late 80s, going into the 90s, never really taking the time to properly grieve or process it." He paused. Who knew how to do that? Less than a month after Burton's death, the band hired the bassist Jason Newsted, and soon it began recording its 4th album. And Justice for All, which is famous for the single one, and for containing almost no audible bass. Whether that was the result of Newsted's hewing too close to Hetfield's rhythm guitar, or of Hazingbourne. When I joined the band, everybody was full alcoholic, Newsted said. They had lost their guide. Cliff was their teacher.